Hi guys, welcome back. I missed you. And first of all, I want to thank Mickey91. Thank you, man, for buying me a coffee. You're absolutely awesome. Now we are back into the Valley of Mines. We pretty much wrapped up Jarkandar, and we need to see what other challenges the Valley of Mines have spawned for us. So up ahead, we're gonna run into a band of mercenaries and dragon hunters. Some of them will be familiar, some of them not so much. So let's see if we can find old Bilgot. Yeah, old Bilgot is still alive. Hey, good on you, man.
What are you?
I just can't.
If you say.
Just a little.
You've been resting for 2 chapters by now. So we have a dead dragon hunter now. That's ominous. So pretty much already shows you, and this rain and fog is actually a pretty cool effect, especially how the castle looks in the distance. And we have a band of dragon hunters up ahead. We're gonna have a chat with all of them. So let's quick save the game.
It can't go on like this forever.
And let's see who they are and what they want. Now we know Gorn, so let's talk to Gorn.
I see you've joined the dragon hunters.
I followed Sylvio into the Valley of Mines because I know my way around here best. Wanted to get a clear picture of the situation. I'll tell you what, something's definitely brewing here. I've never seen so many orcs in one place in all my life. It wouldn't surprise me if Gorn and the paladins in the castle had all fled or been slain by now.
What are your plans now?
I'll follow the boys here to the Valley of Mines first, and then take off later. I really have to find out what the orcs are planning.
Can't rely on that.
I'll see you around.
Look out for yourself.
Child's Play to steal his purse, of course.
I used to say that myself.
150 experience. Let's talk to Biff.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
What are you doing here?
That is truly the stupidest question I've heard in a long time.
Never mind.
Never mind. What are you hoping to find here in the Valley of Mines?
Gold and honor. What else? When I'm finished with the dragon, I'll be swimming in gold. Enough to spend the rest of my life frequenting every tavern and cat house in the country.
Things would have turned out differently.
Either that, or you'll be dead.
So what? That's part of it. If you want to get rich, you gotta take a few risks.
I completely respect that philosophy.
You didn't get that from me.
How would you like to work for me from now on?
No big deal.
Why not? What are you paying?
You really didn't deserve that.
Pay 100 gold coins for
Turned
now.
out differently.
Well, I'll pay you 100 gold coins for now.
All right then. To start anyway. Go ahead.
Done that.
I'll follow you.
So Biff is basically a mercenary for hire. He's gonna follow you around all over the Valley of Mines, and from time to time he will ask you for 100 gold pieces. Now let's talk to the rest of the
Do you have
boys.
anything to drink?
I assume that it's not water you want.
No, damn it. I need something alcoholic so I can finally get rid of these damn headaches. When I haven't had anything to drink for a while, my skull feels like it's gonna explode at any moment.
I can empathize with that.
Here, take this.
I could tell you.
Okay, a bottle of gin.
I've heard a thing or two.
Alright, Hokern.
That hit the spot. So, now I can think clearly again. What can I do for you?
Well, the character definitely, the voice actor definitely had fun burping over there.
Believe that.
What are you doing here anyway?
What are you doing here anyway?
I don't have any idea what we're doing here or when it'll start.
Where did you pick
And
that
I don't
up?
care as long as I have enough to drink.
He really should have known.
Do you know
better.
where the dragons are then?
What's in it for me if I tell you?
Everything you hear.
I've still got a bottle of gin.
I'd fight every dragon in the world for a fine vintage. Agreed. Give me the bottle. I'll keep that for a rainy day.
It's a rainy day, so we pretty much know what's gonna happen, won't we?
I'm staying out of it.
All right now, where are those dragons?
Naturally, I can't tell you anything precise, but I've heard that there are supposed to be 4 dragons. We've seen a red glow over the highest mountain at night. I swear by my mother, if you're looking for a dragon, then you'll definitely find one there.
I'm in enough trouble
Okay.
I'm looking for someone who can teach me something.
I could teach you a few things. I'm the best fighter for miles around. Since we're friends, I'll give you a special price. 300 gold pieces.
I've got my own opinion about that.
Too expensive.
Oh, that's too expensive for me.
Too expensive? That's less than anyone else at my place would charge. Think about it.
And I give you 2 bottles of gin. Come on, you can cut the price a bit. Here's something to drink.
Here's something to drink for you.
That was no big deal.
Come on, give us a discount, will you?
I'm feeling a lot better. I'm ready for anything.
That was no big deal.
All right now.
Naturally,
Okay, that's reading dialogue. Difficult to steal his purse. I think we can do it.
He thinks
Yep.
it's as easy as that.
So that's okay. He's kind of useless. And by the way, I'm pretty sure Gorn can kick your ass any day of the week.
Hey, come over here.
What do you want?
This valley's a dangerous place, and without the right equipment, you'll find yourself dead in no time.
I assume that you've got the right equipment.
You guessed it. I might even sell it to you.
Risky to sell his purse. Okay.
What can you offer me?
Okay, so what does... Ooh, apples and potions. Yeah, I can definitely buy that. Ooh, a snapper weed. Now that snapper weed is gonna come in handy later on. Yeah, we might as well buy his entire inventory. And we're almost out of gold as well. That's actually pretty cool. Do you sell information?
Do you sell information as well?
That depends. If the price is right, I'll tell you everything I know.
How much do you charge?
Hard to say. But I think that 50 gold pieces for every piece of information I give you sounds about right.
Okay.
I need some information.
50 gold pieces.
50 gold pieces.
Yes, here. Now tell me.
About the orcs.
Tell me about the orcs.
The orcs haven't been here long. At least those orcs in front of the castle, that is. But I'm wondering about how well they're organized. Orcs usually attack blindly, no matter what. These orcs are biding their time. They're waiting, but we don't know for what.
I need some...
50...
Yeah.
Yes, now
Tell me more about the orcs.
tell me more about the orcs.
The orcs are led by elite warriors. Those warriors are very strong and heavily armored. They are almost impossible to defeat. I once saw one of them fell a fully grown oak tree with one blow of his axe.
I need...
Fif-
Tell me about the castle.
It lies pretty much in the center of the Valley of Mines. Back when the valley was still a prison, the ore barons controlled the entire ore trade from there.
I need some Tell me about the Valley of Mines.
The Valley of Mines of Carinus is known all over the country for its magic ore. These mountains are the only place where the magic ore can be found. A weapon forged from this ore is virtually unbreakable and will cut through the strongest armor. Until a few weeks ago, the entire valley was surrounded by a magic barrier. It was impenetrable, and nobody could get out.
And
I need some...
until we came along.
Yeah, now... Tell me more about the Valley of Mines.
The valley has changed a lot during these last few days. When the orcs came, the other horrible creatures showed up as well, the likes of which have never been seen around here before. They say that a few lonely hunters are still about, but I'm not sure whether they're even still alive. It seems like all the creatures of Beliar have flocked together in this very valley.
Okay, I need some.
I need...
Yeah.
Now,
The dragon.
tell me about the dragons.
Dragons are ancient, incredibly powerful creatures. Once there were thousands of them living all over the world. It's been over 100 years, though, since any of them were seen. Their blood is as hot as boiling oil. If they look into your eyes, your heart will turn to stone, so I've heard.
And more information.
I need...
Fifth,
Now, tell me more about the dragons.
all dragons are not alike. Some of them could cover the entire land with a layer of ice several feet thick. Others prefer living in swampy surroundings or in volcanoes.
Okay.
I need...
Fifth,
Yes, now... You
No.
know, just give me back my money. I changed my mind.
Okay, guys, sorry about that. Had a small software error and had to reload my save game and also restart the recording software. OBS kind of kicked the bucket on me all of a sudden. And I basically wasted 30 minutes of my life thinking I was recording, but I was not.
I couldn't get
So,
away with
we're
that.
back to Godar.
Huh. What?
Where do you come from?
Where do you come from?
We come from, the city.
Aha.
I see, from the city then.
See? You understand. Here, have a swig.
Thank you.
What are you doing here?
We heard about the dragon hunt, so we packed up our stuff and came here. But to be honest, I don't give a shit about dragons. I just want a bit of gold. Dragons have gold, don't they?
Certainly. What do you know about the dragons?
I only know the stories they tell the children. You know, virgins, gold, fire breathing, that kind of thing.
Where are you planning to go from here?
No idea. We're still thinking about it.
You could go to the castle.
Wild horses couldn't drag me there. Not to the paladins. I'm not going back to jail. I was there once, and that was enough for me.
Let's pick his pocket. What about the orcs?
What about the orcs?
The whole castle is surrounded. There aren't any gaps. Trying to sneak through there is insane. If you try to fight, you're a dead man. Nobody gets through there.
Ah, really? What were you in the slammer for?
Like, I'm gonna tell you that, huh? You magicians are in cahoots with the paladins. Nah, my friend. Forget it.
Okay, any other dialogue? No. And so let's quick save the game. I want to show you, well, it's not really a secret, but it's a cool little thing. So he refuses to tell you his backstory if you're a magician. So we're gonna unequip our robe. We're gonna enter Marvin mode just so I can show you what his dialogue is if you are a dragon hunter. So we enter Marvin mode, open the console, edit abilities, guild, and we type in 6. 6 is the value for the guild code for the dragon hunter. The mage I think is 4. So let's talk to Godar again. Skip his dialogue. We're gonna be the sly guy. Yeah, you come from the city. Although he's actually a convict, just like us. He was most likely just a convict in the Valley of Mines, just like us. Okay, what were you planning? What were you in the slammer for?
What were you in the slammer for?
The swine nabbed me for poaching. For 2 lousy hairs. They slapped me with 10 years for that.
That was all?
Well, okay. Of course I defended myself.
And?
I couldn't do anything about it. The guy tripped and broke his neck. Honest.
Sounds familiar.
Sounds familiar.
You know what I mean. The rich bastards don't have any idea how we're treated. That doesn't worry them in the least.
Okay, and you can ask him to teach you how to hunt. And he can actually teach you how to remove dragon scales and dragon blood. But it does cost you 1,000 gold pieces. So, the game is incredibly reactive based on your guild. People do actually react differently to you.
That's no secret.
So let's close Marvin mode, quick load the game. We already talked to Godar, so let's talk to the last guy.
Hey, you. Guys like you should watch where they're going.
What are you trying to tell me?
I mean that the air out here isn't good for your health. And the place is just swarming with orcs and monsters. Not to mention the dragons. It's just a well-intentioned warning.
If it hadn't been for us.
Can you tell me anything I don't know already?
I can give you a good piece of advice, and it's even free. We can't use anyone here who faints dead away at the slightest dragon fart. Go home. This is a job for real men.
Time for things like that.
Are you the boss here?
Do I look like it? Certainly not. We don't need any self-important jerk ordering us around. When Sylvio tried to act like he was the boss, we showed him and his buddies what we thought of that. There was a brawl. In the end, they left on their own. I hope Sylvio wound up in a soup kettle of some orc.
Aha, so Sylvio the troublemaker is here in the Valley of Mines.
So, you want to kill dragons?
Smart ass. So, do you know how to bring down a dragon? Do you think the beast will just sit there quietly while you chop off its head? Something like that takes good planning and decisive action.
I see. And how are you going to go about that?
First, we'll scout out where we can find the beasts. Only then will we think about the best way to attack.
That's actually a very sensible plan of action. How are you gonna get past the orcs?
How are you going to get past the orcs?
We'll worry about those details later.
Okay.
I'd love to watch you do that, but I've got to be on my way.
Get yourself back over the pass. Otherwise, you may end up missing a limb or two.
Hey, you!
He does seem like an asshole, but actually he's not really an asshole. Okay.
Hey!
And that's about it. Now, I made the judgment call. So, mobs, a ton of mobs. Actually, let's dismiss Biff, because we don't actually need him yet. This is where our collaboration should end,
This is where our collaboration should end, I think.
Suit yourself.
Okay, so I made a judgment call. Basically, mobs have respawned in the Valley of Mines, yeah? And we already had a genocide episode back in Jarkandar. The Valley of Mines is now again filled with orcs and a lot of dragon snappers and a lot of random creatures like lizards and fire lizards and the like. Now we're gonna do a montage basically while we clear the map. It's gonna be a very short montage. And basically at the end of the montage, we're gonna go into the castle right over yonder and talk to the people, to new people in the castle. Because there's gonna be some new and interesting NPCs. So, let's hop to destruction, fire, and death, shall we? Okay guys, we made it back to the castle, and I hope you enjoyed that little heavy metal montage. Small hint, if you do wanna Shazam the song...
It's good that you've come. All hell is breaking loose here.
Oh shit.
What happened?
The dragon hunters are strutting around here in the castle and bragging that they can solve the dragon problem. But I'll tell you what, the way they look, they won't even kill a sick old snapper. A lot of us are getting really worried by now and no longer truly believe that we'll ever make it out of here alive.
Okay. Back to what I was saying. If you wanna Shazam the song, just look it up. Just listen to the instrumental version. The vocals aren't... well, let's say they're not stellar. So, weren't there two of you sentinels up here?
Weren't there two of you sentinels up here?
Not anymore. Sengrath stood here on the battlements when suddenly he fell asleep. His good crossbow fell down when that happened. We could only just see one of the orcs snatch it up and disappear with it into the darkness. Sengrath woke up then and just ran into the night towards the orc palisades. He hasn't come back since. In us, be with us.
Okay, so you lost your body. I get it. Let's talk to the paladins, see what they have to say.
How are things?
Dragon hunters. They should have sent us paladins.
How are things?
Dragon hunters. They should have sent us paladins.
Okay, so we're repeating dialogue. Anybody else has anything to say?
Hey!
Do you have any interesting dialogues?
How are
It won't be long until the orcs attack. Where are the damn reinforcements? Those so-called dragon hunters won't be able to accomplish much.
Okay. What about Tandur? Do you have anything to say? Do you have any news?
Do you have any news?
The dragon hunters have arrived. They strike me as tough bastards, and I hope they are, because otherwise they won't survive for long.
Okay. What about...
Hey, you!
Karoloff, you're pulling such a long face. Actually, let's quick save the game.
Hey, you! You're pulling such a long face.
Damn it to hell. I tell you, you have to watch like a hawk. If you turn your back for a moment, all your stuff is gone. Dirty scum.
What scum?
What scum?
Those dragon hunting riffraff, of course. Who do you think I was talking about? You gotta watch out, I tell you.
Oh?
Did someone steal from you?
No. They smuggled 20 gold pieces into my pocket. Of course they stole something, you idiot. I tell you, when I get my hands on the dirty swine.
So what are you missing?
My purse, with all my savings in it. And now it's gone.
It'll turn up somewhere.
When I get my hands on him.
So you're a paladin, you have a purse, huh? Okay. His purse is actually just by the smithy. Where was it? Karoloff's leather satchel. So he probably forgot it here. So here's the thing. You can accuse one of the dragon hunters here that they stole it, but if they would steal it, why would they leave it here, right in the open for everybody to see? So my guess is this guy's an idiot who just lost his purse.
I think I found your purse.
What? Where? What bastard did that?
If you say it was over there by the smithy...
It was over there, by the smithy.
Where? Near the smithy? It must have fallen out of a dragon hunter's pocket there. Don't tell me otherwise.
How would I know?
I'll find that out yet.
Yeah, okay. So, if we just quick load the game...
Hey!
Yeah, pulling such a long face. What's come? Did someone steal from you?
Do you really believe that?
Paladin shouldn't
Calm
lose his
down.
temper.
A paladin shouldn't lose his temper like that.
But I don't want to calm down. It was everything I owned, damn it.
So,
Yeah, okay, so... Just so I can show you what's gonna happen if you...
He didn't get that from me.
If you tell him one of the dragon hunters took it...
That's all just gossip.
What?
Yeah, I suspect one of the dragon
I
hunters...
suspect one of the...
I knew it. Just wait.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
And he's gonna attack the most innocent guy of them all.
And now for the fun part.
Knew that.
Curious is gonna win.
Show him who's boss!
This guy is stuck under the bench, so... He's not even mobile.
Don't take any crap!
Okay, really?
Holy shit! Holy shit!
He deserved that.
Is that how bad you are?
Wait a minute.
It was a really... I thought there was some...
To change.
Okay.
Justice will prevail.
And now that you lost the fight, I'm curious.
But he knew
Are you
that
gonna
all
say anything about the fact that you lost?
Someone's gotta pay for that.
Come on, get up, get up, get up.
Oh, man. My head.
Yeah, your head, clearly.
Wait a
Is
minute.
it really true?
Relax.
Relax.
Yes, master.
I'll try.
Oh, you're pulling the Jedi Master thing on me, huh? Well, anyway, we don't wanna antagonize everybody, so he's an idiot who lost his purse.
What?
How would I know?
How would I know? I'll find that out yet.
Okay, who's next? Oh, let's talk to the dragon hunters over here. So we have a guy called Refon, or Refon. It'd be difficult to steal his purse. Well, not for me.
What are you doing here?
I'm getting ready to fight. What else?
Who do you want to fight against?
I thought I'd drop in on the paladins and kick their fat asses. Idiot. Against the dragons, of course. What did you think?
Don't the paladins mind you being here?
Nonsense. They have entirely different problems. Most of them are glad to be still alive. The boys' morale isn't the best. That will be their downfall. I mean, just look at those nicked blades they're fixing to go into battle with. Any reasonable warrior would desert immediately.
Have you separated from your group?
My group? I don't have a group. I'm a trophy collector. If I go home without a trophy, then I won't know what I came for. So I can't use anybody else.
Have you set eyes on a dragon yet?
No. I want to get my weapons in shape before I set off.
Aren't you afraid that somebody might beat you to it?
What? Who? Sylvio? Have you seen the pathetic figures he's got with him? Sylvio can be glad if he gets out of here alive.
Sylvio was here?
Here in the castle, you mean? Yeah, he was. But only for a short time. He chatted with a few people here and then set out again.
So where is Sylvio now?
The paladins here mentioned an ice dragon in the west. It's supposed to be the most dangerous and powerful of them all. You should have seen the gleam in Sylvio's eye when he heard that. One guess where he went.
You don't seem to like him.
What do you mean, like? I'm not particularly proud that I know him. Sylvio doesn't have any friends. He needs people who follow him no matter what. That's not for me. I work alone.
Can you help me improve my weapons?
Improve? Better to buy something new and throw away the junk you're carrying around. Maybe I've got something for you. Interested?
What can you sell me?
I don't really have much for a magician, but you can take a look anyway.
So he has a bunch of high-end weapons. Inquisitor, heavy warhammers, torturer's axe. Well, this is a two-handed weapon actually. Okay, cute but not interested. So what do we have here? We have a couple of dragon hunters. Let's talk to
It was a
Ian.
really stupid idea to come here. I thought there was something to be had here. But there's nothing here but a few arrogant paladins and orcs.
You forgot about the dragons.
How could I forget? I'll tell you what, I'm a blacksmith, not a warrior. Look, I make weapons. The fighting I leave to others.
Then why aren't you standing behind an anvil?
The paladins here won't let me into the smithy. I can't make anything unless I want to wind up in the dungeon.
Can't go on like this forever.
What's in it for me if I help you?
What's in it for me if I help you?
I don't have anything. At the most, I could teach you something.
Okay.
I'll try to help you.
How will you manage that? Parsifal has ordered a watch kept on us. No one would dare to disregard it.
I'll do whatever I can.
I can't imagine that he would listen to you.
Oh, he will. Let's take your purse as well.
Where do you come from?
I've joined up with some men from the mountains. We were headed for the valley to make a real profit hunting dragons. Their leader went by the name of Sylvio. Boy, what an ass. He treated me like I was his property.
What happened in the castle?
Nothing that I've heard. Of course, I'm worried about what's happened outside the castle.
Okay. And this guy called Feros, and let's just hard save the castle. He's actually gonna give us some interesting exposition on what's happening in the kingdom of Mirtana. So let's take his purse as well. Where do you come from?
Where do you come from?
From the mainland. My people and I fled here. The situation there is getting worse. The orcs leave nothing but burned out villages behind. The king has lost control of his realm.
Where are your people now?
I left them. They thought they could take everything they wanted, even if it doesn't belong to them. Count me out.
What else do you know about the war?
The orcs are outside the capital. But whether it's fallen yet, I don't know. The last thing I heard was that the king is dead. But I don't believe that.
Damn, the situation is pretty bad then.
What are you doing here in the castle?
I heard about the dragons and wanted to help fight them. Unfortunately, I lost my sword when I was sneaking past the orcs. And now I'm stuck here. Without a sword, I can't get out of here. And the swords I can buy here are the worst junk.
For that is the will of Innos.
What will you give me if I find you a good sword?
What will you give me if I find you a good sword?
Alas, I can't give you anything. I spent my last gold on the sword.
Okay, let's do a low game and just help him out without asking for anything. So let's skip the dialogue.
From the
If he doesn't see that, I can't help
Okay, and
I don't believe this is going to change.
I shall help you find your sword.
I shall find your sword.
That would be great. You should look for it on the high cliff to the south. I probably lost it there, near the orc tents.
Alrighty, and yes, we're gonna get to you in a second. First, let's talk to the quartermaster.
Hey!
Engar, how's business?
How's business?
So-so. I hope that the dragon hunters are as full of gold as they are of hot air. How about you? Is there anything else you need?
Depends what you have for sale.
Show me your wares.
Some potions, sure. I mean, we have plenty of potions. But to be honest, I have no idea how many will actually consume when fighting dragons. Even if we have Black Ore, the regeneration is gonna give us a kick in the butt.
Where did you pick that up then?
Now, this is an old friend from Gothic 1, Core Anger. Let's talk to the man. He's one of the few survivors from the swamp camp.
It was obvious.
Hey, Anger. No longer a core, huh?
His wisdom.
It was just
Take
like
his
you
purse.
said.
Don't I know you?
Don't I know you? You were Korangar. You used to be a Templar in the swamp camp.
Call me Angar. I have set aside my title. The Brotherhood of the Sleeper has disbanded. Curious, but you seem somehow familiar to me. Yet I cannot quite recall you.
What's the matter with you?
Oh, I haven't been able to sleep properly for some time. These constant nightmares.
How did you get here?
After the collapse of the magic barrier, I hid myself in the mountains. It became time for me to do something. I strayed about for days until I suddenly awoke in the castle. Do not ask me what happened. I don't know. To make matters worse, I have also lost the amulet which I have had for years. I shall go mad if I do not find it again. I'm no better off myself.
What will you do next?
I shall rest a while first, so that I may take up the search for my lost amulet. I have heard something of dragons.
I hardly know what
It is also being said that many warriors have come to the Valley of Mines to hunt them. I am thinking of joining them.
What happened to the others from the swamp camp?
The last thing I remember is that the barrier collapsed, accompanied by a nerve-shattering scream. Stricken with panicked fear, we fell to the ground, writhing in pain. That voice, it grew ever louder. And then, when it was over, they all ran mad and disappeared into the bleak night, screaming loudly. I have not seen them again.
Where exactly did you lose your amulet?
Somewhere in the south, shortly before I awoke here in the castle. I suspect it was stolen. I absolutely must have it back.
Okay.
It's been known along.
Maybe I can help you find your amulet.
Why not? Some help cannot hurt.
What about the dragon hunters?
I will speak with them later. Maybe they can use a strong arm.
When will you go?
As soon as I feel better.
Better.
Some don't even know.
Where do you want to look?
I shall go to the south, where I was last. There is a cave tomb there, surrounded by many boulders.
I've got to go.
Watch your back.
And yeah, that's the last of the dialogue options. Hey, guard.
Who's in? Our commander, Gorn. Just walk up.
Okay, and do you have anything else to say?
How's the situation?
We have the situation on...
Okay, you still treat me as a civilian, huh? Okay, let's talk to the hungry paladin. You hungry hippo.
All quiet.
Quiet? Yes.
But
My navel's rubbing against my backbone, man. Gorn cut the food rations again. If I don't get a decent meal down my throat, then I'm going to bite Gorn's fat ass.
Okay.
maybe I could give you something.
Are you crazy? Certainly not here. If one of the others sees, I'll have a ton of new friends, if you know what I mean. You can find me in the Magician's Temple when everyone else has retired. There's hardly anyone in the temple at this time anyway. I'll wait for you there. But just don't show up with dry bread or some raw hunk of meat, got it?
Okay.
Still hungry?
It's all right, Master.
Okay, so a quest called Hunger. I better give Geralt something to eat before his hunger leads him to do something really stupid. I'm to meet him at the magician's house of the castle when everybody's asleep. So that's about midnight.
I've got my own opinion.
Brutus. Brutus the torturer. He has something interesting to say. Why aren't you at work?
Why aren't you at work?
But that's disgusting. Have you had a look in my chamber? Those filthy meat bugs are everywhere. I have no idea who set up quarters in there before, but I'm certainly not going back into that filthy sty. I hate those beasts, and stop grinning like an idiot.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, he's scared of meat bugs. Who would have thought? Let's...
I'll get you now.
Clear them out. Loot the buggies. Anybody else? And yes, this is actually a quest, the filthy sty. Brutus the torturer in the castle says the harmless meatbugs in his torture chamber give him the creeps. He's a real tough guy. Yeah, that he is. The meatbugs are gone.
The meat bugs are gone. You can go back to polishing your thumb screws or whatever.
Are you sure that not one of those monsters is left?
Pretty sure.
All right then. Here, take this gold as a token of my gratitude.
Oh, don't make me cry. Wait a minute.
Okay. Are you crazy?
Are you all right?
And are you sure those meat bugs are gone?
Look, there's one right behind you.
What? I'm out of here.
And yep, you can actually play a prank on him.
Where did you pick that up?
And when you do that, he's gonna run away. Let's see. Let's does the cook has anything to say?
Anything new?
If you want to learn...
Oh, okay. Let's quick save the game. Talk to Parzival, to Auric, and Gorn. See what they have to say.
Did anything important happen?
I'm worried. Very worried.
What for?
Recently, these men showed up. They call themselves dragon hunters. As far as I'm concerned, they're nothing but idlers and criminals. If it were up to me, I'd chase them all out of the castle. Let the orcs take care of them.
You should give them a chance.
Don't you think you're exaggerating?
Absolutely not. In our situation, we need men who set a shining example. Warriors to wake the fire of Innos in our fighters' hearts. Instead, these scum destroy the morale of my warriors.
You should give them a chance.
They're getting one, unfortunately. Gorn is convinced they can be of help to us, but I'll keep an eye on them. We have enough problems with the orcs. We really don't need more trouble.
I need to talk to you about Jan.
Jan? Who's that?
A dragon hunter. He's a blacksmith.
Oh yes, I remember. What about him?
He wants to work in the smithy.
Out of the question. He isn't one of us and I don't trust him.
can't you reconsider the matter with Jan?
No, my decision is firm.
And
apart from that?
Leave me alone.
Okay. You really are an asshole, aren't you? What about Auric? I'm back already.
I'm back already.
I never thought we would see you here again, after that scene when you were here a few days ago. I can see that you have been made a magician. My respects. Maybe your appearance is a good omen.
Well, yeah, it's been only a few days. Chapter 3 was pretty short.
I need more information about the dragons.
A rather large swamp has developed in the last couple of days to the west of the old castle. That's rather suspicious, wouldn't you say?
Okay, can I help?
Can I help?
At the moment, we seem to have done everything which is possible from here. There is something, however, something very important which you could do for us outside of these walls. We are planning to cut off the serpent's head.
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
We know one of their leaders. His name is Hoshpak. He is one of the most influential shaman among the orcs.
And what is my role?
Kill him.
That's a joke.
It is not easy for me to ask this of you, Master, but you would be the best choice for this assignment. Hoshpak's tent is situated outside of the siege circle, on a cliff to the south of here. You can almost see it from one of the windows there.
I still need some equipment.
I still need some equipment.
We don't have much left that we could give you. Well, I can offer you this.
Let's see. 1 elixir of strength or 1 elixir of dexterity. So, I think I'm gonna pick the strength one.
I'll take the elixir of strength.
Here, this will certainly come in useful. I wish you luck.
I shall not murder Hoshpak in such a cowardly fashion.
I shall not murder Hoshpak in such a cowardly fashion.
Can you even begin to imagine how bad our situation is? We are under siege by a superior army of orcs. Our supplies are nearly used up. If we do not succeed in getting the ore to the ship, the orcs are going to lay waste to the entire kingdom. Everything we stand for will be forgotten.
I mean, even if you do manage to deliver the ore and smelt it and make swords, think about this logic. They've been mining ore in the colony, lore-wise, for 20 years. That's 2 freaking decades. That's a 20-year-long war in which all the comets of the realm have been mining how many tons of magical ore for the kingdom, for King Robar. If the war hasn't been won yet, it's not going to be won anyway with 200 crates of ore. So, yeah. Let's kill Hoshpak, sure.
All right. I shall kill Hoshpak.
I am glad to hear that. Hoshpak's tent stands on a small cliff. You must have seen it before. It is not far from the path to our mine, directly in the shadow of the big mountain.
Any news?
The orcs are becoming more and more numerous. This is not good.
Did you see that huge fire rain in which I killed 100 orcs at once? Not once, but twice? Really?
I need more information.
At the moment.
Okay. Let's talk to Gorn, then
Been there, done that.
maybe pop a light scroll as well. Okay. Gonna have to purchase a few more of those, or maybe even learn the light rune itself.
Nothing's going to change about that.
There's a problem with the smith.
There is a problem with the smith.
What, Smith? He's disappeared into the woodwork. Is he back? Then you can tell him.
No, I'm talking about Jan, one of the dragon hunters. He's a smith.
That's good. Our previous smith just slinked off, the coward.
Jan would be willing to take over the smithy.
I see.
Do you really think?
So you think I can trust him?
Yes?
If you're so sure, then you can vouch for him. If he causes any trouble, you'll answer for it. Agreed?
I'll vouch for
I'll vouch for Jan.
All right. He can use the smithy.
That's exactly
Of
what
course,
I said.
he'll also have to provide my men with swords.
No idea, you tell me.
I'm back.
I'm back.
I can see that for myself.
That's totally obvious.
Where are the reinforcements?
Lord Hagen will come as soon as he's settled everything. Much has happened.
I don't care. I need troops. There are more and more orcs, and we can't hold out much longer. My men are tired, and we're running out of provisions.
Some volunteers have arrived.
You mean the dragon hunters outside in the yard? They may help us, but there just aren't enough of them. If Hagen doesn't send some men soon, I can't make any guarantees.
I couldn't get away with that.
Okay, about the dragons.
Can you give me more information about the dragons?
I have other things to worry about. My strategic officer Aura can tell you more about that.
Okay.
Luckily not.
Have there been any more dragon attacks in the meantime?
Luckily not. For the moment, they're holding off.
Okay. Let's see. Talk to Parzival. Rub it in.
Gorn wants Yan to take over the smithy.
If that's so, then as far as I'm concerned, he can have the smithy. Even if I do think it's a mistake to trust this Jan.
And apart from that?
Leave me...
Okay. What's the time? 8 o'clock. Need more information.
I need more.
At the moment.
Okay.
The orcs.
So basically, what Auric is suggesting is that the first dragon that we should kill is the swamp dragon. And it's actually for a good reason. There's a hierarchy between the dragons. And the swamp dragon is actually the easiest. We're also gonna get help killing him. So it's a good introduction on how dragon fights work. So talk to Jan. Get your hammer, there's work for you.
Go get your hammer. There's work for you.
You did? How'd you manage that?
I had to vouch for you, so don't disappoint me.
Don't worry. I'm glad that I can work it all.
Wait a minute.
Can I buy some armor from you?
Can I buy some armor from you?
A mage who wants armor? Huh, forget it. Go see a tailor. I can't make armor for you.
That's all just
Okay. Teach me how to be a smith.
Teach me how to be a smith.
What exactly do you plan to make?
That's all just gossip.
Okay, I already
he knew that all
know whatever he can teach me.
A mage? What? Nothing that I...
Okay.
What?
So he can't teach us anything, unfortunately. Let's see. We got a couple of more minutes to spare. Sure, why not? So let's do a couple of quick quests. Let's find out what happened to Sengraf. Pop this elixir of strength. Unequip this belt of force. Equip this belt of dexterity. So 11-15 strength, 106 dexterity. That's actually not bad. Let's pop the speed potion. So we cleared the map already, so it shouldn't be an issue. Let's take a little bit of damage because I still don't know how to jump and fall. And Sengraf should be just up ahead near the orc wall. And we're also gonna grab Feros' sword as well. Feros' sword is actually pretty close. So let's see if we can make the jump. Yay, we made the jump. This way. Sengraf's body is here. There was an orc elite warrior near him, so we can assume he died by his hand. And when we loot Sengraf's corpse, he actually has his entire merchant inventory on him. So here's the exploit. If you sell anything to Sengraf in chapter 2 or 3, you can just loot it back for free. Lightning, some ice blocks, some belts, and Sengraf's...
Nothing to be had there. Nothing there.
Sengraf's crossbow as proof of his death, which really, it's not even a great crossbow. Only 45 damage. What other spell scrolls did we get? Ice block is nice. The lightning, the heal medium wounds one is not bad as well. Small lightning, wind fist, summon wolf. The summon wolf one might come in handy. Let's pop one more light spell. And get Feros' sword, shall we? Which should be near Hushback's tent. We're not gonna kill Hushback just yet. There is a specific NPC we want to talk to before we kill Hushback. And that being said, let's just go up here, get the sword, we actually just get the sword? Can we go sneaky bricky? Oh yeah, we can go sneaky bricky on this one. Nice. So Hushback didn't even see us. Okay. So one NPC we want to talk to is an old friend from Gothic 1. It's an orc, a specific orc, that spawned just across from Fayet's camp on the hillside. Fayet or Faggots, I heard both pronunciation in the game. Pronounce it however you like. I think Fayet makes more sense, since there's a lot of Nordic names in this game. Alrighty, so yeah, Fayet's camp, by the way, got ambushed by orcs, as you could see in the montage. And the only way I could save all of them is just by popping black ore, which effectively slows down time. Gives us enough time to save their asses. How's the ore mining going?
How's the ore mining going?
You can see that for yourself. Lousy.
Yeah, okay. And anything else? Any other rumors about?
Hey, you!
The entire
Okay, you have the same okay, the same dialogue.
How's your situation here?
We're surrounded by monsters. I don't know how long we can...
Okay. I did save your asses. You have nothing to comment on the fact that I just saved your ass.
You can see that.
Okay, lousy, huh? Well, you're also lousy. I just saved your asses from a orc charge. Ungrateful swine. And this is Urshak. Urshak, our old orc friend from Gothic 1. And we're gonna talk to old Urshak.
Krotak Jabath! Wait! Me know you. You friend human with soft voice. Friend kill evil demon Krushak.
You know about us killing Krushak, huh?
You picked a funny time to cross my path. I almost killed you. What are you doing here?
Urshak look overland and see what become of land and my people.
Why are the orcs attacking the humans?
Urshak always tell orc people that humans know evil and many good friends there. But shaman no listen, Urshak. Urshak still in disfavor with people. So, Urshak know here exactly what big plan of war against humans.
Why are there suddenly so many of you?
Orcs come from mountains, but others come with ships and make big fence.
What is hidden behind the long orc fence in the east?
Orcs always make big fence and home camp for war. Fence good for war. Hide strength of army and protect orcs.
What are you planning to do now?
Urshak wait for orc scouts. Bring Urshak to Hushback.
Who is Hushback?
Be very great shaman. Have great influence on warriors and make big plans for orcs.
Why don't you go to him then?
Urshak try get again honor and old place in council of shamans. But till now, Hushback no listen Urshak. Orcs kill Urshak if see him without scouts. Urshak must talk Hushback. Maybe lucky today.
Where can I find this Hushback?
Have place where can see orc warriors over fortress by big volcano, so Hushback can control warriors.
Okay. And do you have anything else to say, Urshak? No, he doesn't. Alrighty then. We might as well teleport back to the castle. Not Beliar's, not Iceland's. To castle. And should be late enough in the night that our hungry paladin friend, is he here? Nope. It's gonna come here at midnight. Alright. We might as well go and report to Feroz. Now we got his sword. Which, by the way, it's not actually a bad sword in itself. No, not that one.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Pharaoh's sword. Requires 80 strength but does 80 damage. Also has a pretty cool model in itself. Find your sword, man. Actually, let's quick save the game.
I found your sword.
Thanks. I owe you. In return, I'll show you a couple of tricks that'll allow you to use your strength and dexterity better in combat.
Show me how to improve my abilities.
A good fighter has to learn to transfer his abilities directly to his weapon.
Yeah, okay, thank you, but we will not be spending our learning points, which, by the way, we're gonna level up a couple of more times in this chapter. Probably enough for us to learn, I guess, all spell runes and alchemy, since we don't really have anything else to put our learning points in. So I think this is enough for this episode. In the next episode, we're gonna finish up a few of these quests. Finish a few more quests in Khorinis as well. And depending on time and how fast we progress, we're eventually gonna go and hunt some dragons. So thank you guys for watching. Gonna see you next time, in a couple of days actually. And as always, remember, the most important story in the world is your own. Cheers guys, take care of yourselves. This is also a lovely night in the valley, lovely storm. Perfect moment to end the episode right here. So see you guys.